Okay, what do I have here? I had to move some wood around. I got some new lumber, and every once in a while you reach a point where you've been collecting these scraps and it's finally time to either use them up or get rid of them or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sorting through. I've got some cherry, walnut, maple, reasonable widths and or thicknesses of most of these. Got a couple things in mind, but I'm not 100% sure what they're going to be yet. So I'm just going to start figuring out what I have for lengths and which are good both sides, one side. Sort of sorting them out, and then probably just start gluing them up. May not even be 100% sure what they're going to be when I glue them, but start gluing them up and then hopefully turn these into some pretty cool stuff. So they may not look like much now, but hopefully when we're done, we're going to have some pretty cool, useful things. So sorting time. Okay, these guys are all rough on one edge, more than one edge maybe. Most of these I think I can get down to 3/4, that's rough on one edge. Now I'm going to start thinking about lengths. So this guy's definitely the short end. Just get these on the plane and clean up one side. So next I take some of the wider stuff to the table saw and then rip it down to useful widths. And then next on the chop saw, cutting them down to a reasonable length. So here I start laying all the pieces out in more or less random order. I just want to get an attractive looking pattern, get as even a distribution of the 3 species of wood as I can, but just fundamentally trying to make something that's going to look nice. So after cutting a number of additional pieces, I now got to the width being approximately the same as the length, and now I'm happy and ready to start gluing up. Pressure temperature. It's good. Push button. Okay, let's go on. Okay, loose. Okay, so I managed to get it mostly flat on the bottom. That's my primary reference surface. There's all different sorts of thicknesses here. That doesn't really matter. They're going to go and get planed at the end. It's really being glued in two halves here. Managed to use up quite a bit of scrap here. Really happy with the pattern. I think this is going to look pretty cool. So I'm going to let that dry at least 24 hours. There's really no reason to rush this, since I'm going to be putting a lot of stress on it when I put it through the planer anyway. Okay, so off camera, I let that glue dry for about an hour, and once it had dried for about an hour, I took and created a couple of extra strips, and those strips are roughly the same thickness as these two panels I glued up here, but they're a little bit longer. So you can see these two pieces come apart in their halves, so that's approximately the center line. And I added these two strips on the side that are longer than this section by about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 to 2.5 inches. So the reason I did that is once this dries overnight and it's completely done, I did the best I could to get it flat on the bottom. I didn't do as well as I should have, but I'm going to run these through the planer, and I'm going to try to maintain as much thickness as I possibly can. One of the keys to being successful with that is eliminating snipe at the front and the back ends of that cut as it's going through the planer, and so that's what this strip is for. So this strip is going to register against the in and out feed rollers inside of the planer and help prevent that snipe from happening. So hopefully, I mean, a little longer probably would have been better, but if I end up getting any snipe, hopefully it's going to be in the ends of these guys rather than in these two panels themselves. So I'm going to have this nice panel to work with. So I'll let that dry overnight, go watch some crummy football, and then hopefully through the day tomorrow I can get a couple passes and get that done, get ready to move on the next couple steps of this project. I'm done. I've got the blank. I know what I'm going to do, and if you're interested, please follow the next video and see what I end up making from this. Thanks for watching.